Hey guys, I hope you're well. I have been sitting here every morning and night taking notes of things I'd like to mention about CW, specifically and especially for the newer CW op. I've been really busy working in the garden. It's crunch time, man. It's go time in the garden. Another page of notes. And so in between working in the garden, I've been taking notes, more notes, and I decided it was time to make a video. I've been avoiding it because I'm honestly, and I don't know why, I'm scared right now. And I asked Kyle if he would experience that if he were producing a YouTube video. And he said, no, why would I? And I took a look at dxmaps.com. Check it out, man. That's 10 meters right now. And it is 3:30 p.m. in Michigan. Dang, man. No 6 meter activity. But I decided, no, man, it's time. It's time. And I'll show you the cause of that awful virus that took the world over last year. I'll show you. It's related to that red pencil, believe it or not. I'll move these. Now, those are antennas, or specifically the container for my next antenna. Either a 20 or a 40 meter full size dipoles going in there with coaxial feed line. Just as a fun experiment. So I'm going to set you up on a tripod. Okay? Be no edits in this video. It's going to run too long. And be warned, this will run long. Hang on. Okay, I think I'm situated here. First order of business. The pencil from hell. At the end of 1999, my sister, Nancy, who's a nurse, she went to work one fine morning and her coworker passed around these pencils to celebrate the coming of 2020. Okay? Shall 2020 sparkle? And then the pandemic hit, and the nurse and the other nurses gathered together, and they figured it out. It's her, and she went running for the hills. And hang on, man. Okay, I have been really, really bad about responding to comments, and I've been afraid to open my email account. I've been afraid to. The more in the inbox, the more afraid I've been, and that's a mental thing. Well, a friend made a comment that he's going to email me something, so I figured I'd better check it. And I scrolled through the list, and I saw a familiar name and call sign. And I opened the email this morning, and man, I'm sorry for clearing my throat. I can't tell you the impact this has, how it makes me feel inside, man. On many levels, it touched my heart so deeply. I'm a pretty emotional guy, especially after having that TIA. And oh boy, I almost felt like crying, man. I don't know if you guys can make out the text. I'm gonna read it. Hey Blozo. it was like 6 o'clock this morning and Kyle's sleeping in the next room, and as soon as I saw those two words I laughed out loud. I've got a deep booming voice, and I thought I woke Kyle up. Hey Blozo, I have made my first CW contact. Whoa. When I read that sentence, that stopped me dead. And I sat here looking at that sentence only, and it kind of gave me chills, man. I'll start over. Hey, Blozo. I have made my first CW contact. I can't believe it. Hotel Alpha 2230 Romeo. Yeah, HA230R. A contest station replied to my call, and I sent him $5.99. And I sent him 5NN. Slow but accurate, and he got it. Right on. That's all you gotta do. Don't hurry yourself, guys. Anyway, sorry. Slow but accurate, and he got it. I am over the moon, Chuck. Damn, man. Okay, so I only sent my call sign and 5NN, but it's in the log. Oh man, am I happy. Thanks for all your help, Chuck, but I just had to tell you. I gotta stop there, man. I've been no help to anybody. Look at this, especially now. My God, this whole thing was on a tilt. Oh my God. Hang on, pause you. Anyway, thanks for all your help, Chuck. I just had to tell you. Thanks for all your wise words and wisdom. It's been intense. Oh, I bet it was intense for you. I bet it was. I bet it was. And yes, this is intense for me. This is beyond intense. Man, congratulations. I'm so very proud of you. Hang on, guys. I'm going to reposition things. One moment. Okay. Man, the worst part about having a TIA is that nothing is straight anymore in my whole world. At least I know my house isn't falling down, tipping over, which I thought it was the morning after. Okay, I'm going to be sending a little bit of CW for examples, and I've got my keyer set to 20 words per minute. Hang on. Oh no. Blozo, you big dummy. I've got my keyer set to 20 words per minute. And I consider this the perfect speed. A friend of mine, Fred, who's attacking the CW like a madman, he said he's learning the character sets and such and the punctuation, all that, blah, blah, blah. He's learning CW using 25 word per minute characters. Now, man, that's fast. Makes me wonder what his goal is. On a serious note, I consider 20 words per minute the perfect speed, at least for me now at the age of 62. But I can also say that I remember it being my preferred speed back when I was in my 30s. So I think that is given my brain and everything, for me, the perfect speed. I can copy almost twice that fast, but I could never hope to send that fast. I mean, 20 words per minute for me is pushing it a little bit mentally. If I go any faster than that, I start screwing up and I start leaving long gaps because it takes my thinking. It takes me time to think of stuff to say, and things like that. And I have the occasional brain blip. That's a family friendly word. So yeah, for me, this is set to 20 words per minute. I'll send a few letter V's for you. I hope that's loud enough. Hang on. Okay, turned it up a little. So, and see where I've said learn at the top? For me, you guys have mentioned punctuation being the biggest, or one of the biggest drags in CW for you. I don't know if it's hard for you guys to learn the characters or to decode them in your brain when you hear them, or a little of both, you know. But those are the only ones, I can honestly say, those are the only ones I've used in decades. And almost, I'm anymore, the more time goes by, the less of them I use. And I think people are using less punctuation in general. The first one, the hyphen, is always, universally used, for breaks and for thinking time and for, that's a hyphen at 20 words per minute, by the way. The next one, the comma, I remember I used to use it more. I used to use it more than I do now. I don't use it at all anymore. I don't need to. And the slash, I use it a lot because I sign slash QRP when I run QRP. You'll hear that used a lot though. The hyphen, the slash, the period. I used to use it more when I was a younger guy, man. I don't anymore at all, Don't use it anymore. And the question mark, of course. So if you can break it down, the hyphen, the slash, and the question mark, those will be 90% of the punctuation you'll hear, followed by the comma probably. The period, almost unused anymore. It's cumbersome. The comma is much easier to send on an iambic here. Okay. Now, one moment. I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. And when I get down to some other CW, I'm still going to use 20 word per minute characters, but I'm going to space it out probably for you, if you'd like. Not that I can hear you telling me. Wish I could. The next item, error. I really, really, really prefer what I like to call the ill-timed dits, I'll send the word Dan, D-A-N, but I'll send an M instead of the N. Okay. See, I just lost my train of thought. I'll send damn and then my ill-timed dits. Okay? Listen. If I heard that, I'd know. Oh, mistake. You know what I'm hearing happen more and more. The double dit, the letter I. I'll send damn and then do that. That was damn, Dan. Okay. I prefer the ill-timed dits. I'll send it wrong then right. But if you're, and I just point that out to you guys, if you hear the did it, I'm hearing that an awful lot lately. Next item, for your slow speed ops, look at the ARRL slow speed activities such as straight key night, novice roundup, etc. And there's others. Look at the contest calendars, you'll find them. Okay. Let's see, what else did I want? Oh yes. This morning I heard a POTA activator and he was blazing along at 8 words a minute. And I wasn't really in the mood to make contact with anybody. I was just sitting here waking up with some coffee and listening to the bands. But I heard something in me demanded I work the guy. So I gave him a call. I turned my power up to 100 watts because I wanted him to have an easy time copying me. And something got fired up in me, man. I would have never gave him a call and tried to work him otherwise. But his slow speed attracted me to him. And I was happy for him, man. He got out and did a POTA activation at 8 words a minute. And, man, his CW, he was using a set of paddles, I could tell, and a key, or his rig's internal key or whatever. And his CW was amazing. It was amazing. And it was one of the funnest POTA contacts I've made, maybe ever. Okay? And then another thing, I was tuning around the bands just a little while ago, and I ran across a couple people down in the well into the general portion. You know, it was on it was on 20 meters, and it was like around 14.028 or something. One of them was, and the other was 14.030 something. And yeah, man, they were in the fray of it, and they were under 10 words a minute, well under 10 words a minute. Okay, I'm gonna tip you down in a moment. Somebody mentioned slang in a comment that slang really throws you. I've tried to think of what kind of slang though. I don't know. Maybe if the fellow meant abbreviations, maybe. But I tried. There's no real CW specific slang that I hear other than QRP gallon or QRP full gallon, which is 5 watts, or 10 if you're running single sideband. And it confounds me why people running ICOMs set their QRP power level to 5 watts when they're using single sideband. I've talked about it before. You get 10. The average voice conversion ratio is 1.9. So, multiply 5 by 1.9 and come close to 10 watts. Pounding brass means using a straight key, not an iambic paddle. If I don't pound brass, I wish I could say I did, but I suck at it. I suck at it. Lid, another general term that's kind of fallen out of favor. A lid is an awful operator. Chip you down a little farther. One moment. Okay. NAQCC Sprints, North American QRP CW Club. Fun CW club to belong to, especially if you're a QRPer. It's for the QRPer, but man, their sprints are held once a month, and their ops are slow, and they'll go way slower if you are. Highly suggested. Get you used to a little bit of pressure. You don't have to worry about anything crazy as far as exchanges or anything like that. So there you go. Okay, next advice. Have a list of abbreviations hanging on your wall, man. Maybe the first character being the Morse code, dit da blah blah, and then the alphanumeric representation. Whatever you want to do, have a list of abbreviations by you. Have aids by you. Make aids your friend. Have a list of punctuation hanging on the wall, man. And now for the biggie. I'm going to take you with me because it's, oh man, it's much more exciting. It's much more exciting. Right. Should you? Should you not? Will it hinder you? Is it cheating? Why is my camera flashing? I'm running out of memory space. I'm going to have to edit two together. That's crazy. Hang on.